Moving on to our clipper oval comb method, I'm going to make sure I use my vertical cuts to make sure that the fade is as smooth as possible, and I'm also going to debulk with my horizontal cuts if needed. Remember, you pick up the hair first with your comb and then you cut with your cutting blade. Moving on to our shear oval comb, we're going to make sure we thin out the hair as much as possible. Remember, these shears are to always thin out the hair and debulk, they aren't to just cut hair. Now we're going to switch over to our foreguard all the way closed and open, and we're going to debulk as much as possible near the ridge area. As you can see, there's enough bulk near the ridge area to be thinned out, so we're going to go back to our shears and use our comb to pick up the hair. Now that we're done with our thinning shears, we can move on to the back, and we're going to use our 3-guard all the way open to debulk the back and use a comb to feed the hair into the clipper. Now that we're done debulking the hair, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. You want to make this guideline around an inch thick so you can spread the blend, especially when you're near the back and the occipital bone. Remember to always slightly close the lever midway and all the way close to erase that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our 1-guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Remember, we're going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. Now that we're done softening up the line with the 1 guard and its lever, we can move on to the half guard and erase the line completely. Don't be afraid to use your opposite hand to stretch the skin. As you can see, moving on to our 2-guard all the way open, this is going to help us create our 4th guideline and also connect the lower guards to the top guards on top. Now that we're done softening up the line with our 2-guard, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Again, just like the sides, there's always a faint line after using your 1.5 guard, so switching over to your 1 guard all the way open will definitely help. Now we're going to detail as much as possible with our lower guards, especially near the occipital bone area. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down on Instagram. Our 3-guard is also definitely going to help us blend into the top and the calic area, especially using our comb to feed the hair into the clipper. Using our clipper oval comb method, we're going to debulk and also create the silhouette near the calic area, because this is a very difficult area. You want to leave as much weight here as possible without leaving it too bulky where it overhangs and looks disconnected from the haircut. Now I'm retracing with my 3 guard and my 2 guard, and I'm going to detail as much as possible, especially near the occipital bone and on top of the occipital bone. Using our thin edge shears, we're going to debulk the calic area and make it as smooth as possible and make it fall without having a heavy ridge. Now that we're done with the back, we can move on to our Go to FX and line up the C-cups. I always start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. I'm also going as slow as possible, making sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer. Now we're moving on to the other side of the C-cup, and we're going to make sure we're as gentle as possible and match each side and keep it as consistent as possible as we can. Now that we're done matching up our C-cups, we can move on to our shears and create our first guideline at the top of the capitus. We want to stay as consistent as possible with this guideline and also match it to the sides, which is going to help us complete the blend.